Hey there, I'm Paige from Olympus, and today I'm really excited to share with you the new Tough TG6. Our Olympus products have a long-standing legacy of being ready for any adventure, anytime. The TG6 is no different. It boasts the technologies our Olympus cameras are known for, like durable, tough performance, high image quality, pro-level features, an advanced macro system, and underwater modes that take you to new depths. Our tough products stay true to what they've always been made to do: be tough for you. It's waterproof, shockproof, crushproof, freeze-proof, and dustproof to make sure that it's always ready for even the grittiest of adventures. The TG6 is ready for fast action. Its f2.0 high-speed lens helps capture moving subjects without blur. When combined with the advanced image sensor and dual quad-core processor, your shots are sharp and bright, even underwater or in low-light settings. These features ensure that you're always ready to get the perfect shot, even at a moment's notice. The TG6 is also a powerhouse when it comes to video. Switch your mode dial to the video icon to record Ultra HD 4K video on the go. Record in full HD 120 frames per second to capture your surroundings in slow motion. TG6 is packed with new features that will have you itching to lace up your hiking boots and hit your favorite trail, or take a visit to your local lake for a fun kayaking adventure. The TG6 even combats bright sun glare with an advanced anti-reflective coating on the image sensor's ceiling glass that helps minimize ghosts and flares. Now let's talk macro. The TG6's variable macro system offers 4 custom macro modes that help you capture insects up close in their natural habitat, or striking flowers in bloom. The focus stacking mode now offers the option to merge from 3 to 10 images at varying focus points to help ensure a sharp image from foreground to background. The macro options just keep getting better, because now you can shoot as close as 1 centimeter from the front of your lens in both program and aperture modes. Now, what's tough without underwater? Dive up to 50 feet deep with no case or housing and utilize the TG6's 5 underwater modes. The new underwater microscope mode utilizes that 1 centimeter working distance from the front of the lens to help capture the smallest sea life, from tiny fish to intricate coral, in amazing detail. The new underwater white balance modes of shallow, mid-range, and deep help capture accurate, vivid color, all the way from a fun day at the pool to a deep sea dive. Inside the TG6 are some really great features that help make your adventures even more share-worthy. The Action Track sensors utilize the built-in GPS, compass, temperature sensor, and manometer to record data and sync it to your stills and videos with the free OI Track app. Date Imprint allows you to record date and time directly to your image for on-the-go record keeping. Now that's one powerful camera. It's built for adventure and for quality. When combined with some of the available accessories like the new protective lens barrier, or circular fisheye lens converter, and a rugged underwater housing for extra deep dives, it can truly be customized for any adventure. We are really excited to keep the tough legacy alive with the TG6 and ready to see what adventures you capture next.
This is Mavic Air 2. You may have some questions, like,
so what's different?
Well, let's start with the larger sensor. There's a lot more pixels, 48 megapixels to be exact, which means you can do this. And then shoot a hyperlapse in 8K. With Smart Photo, every shot is a masterpiece.
Yeah, but photos aren't really my thing.
Don't worry, we've got you covered. It also does 4K 60p video. You can also slow things down. Way-do. And yes, there's HDR video.
How's the flight time?
It's fantastic. You're looking at up to 34 minutes in the air, a new record for the Mavic series. We've added OcuSync 2.0, so you can fly longer and see clearer.
What if I'm not a great pilot?
That's where Focus Track comes in, so you can fly like a pro. Or just press a button. Here's the best part. Automatic obstacle avoidance.
Okay, but what do I do with all these shots?
Here's an idea. Use the DJI Fly app to edit and share your moments with just a tap. So, what's different? A whole lot.
is landscape photography is a big question because it's a big genre. And I don't think there's a whole lot of agreement on exactly what constitutes true landscape photography. But in my opinion, anything that celebrates the outdoors and the land and the sense of our place within it qualifies. And that could be that's a pretty broad area right there. My own preferences tend towards the more traditional end of that spectrum, which would be wild places. I prefer wilderness locations, but that's not all that landscape is. I know somebody who has a series of photos that he calls domestic landscapes, all created within his living room. So really, it's about the environments that we inhabit and our connections to them. And I would say that that's enough of a definition for me. For me, the best cameras for landscape photography are ones that can handle the elements. And right now, for me, that's the 5D Mark IV, because this camera can take it. It has been through just about anything a camera can be through with me. It gives me all the features that I need to produce outstanding outdoor photography without having to worry about the camera letting me down. It's always there for me, and it just keeps on doing what I need it to do. A wide-angle lens isn't always the right choice for whatever it is that you want to emphasize in a landscape. But if you have something that is very expansive or that is very large in front of you, a wide-angle lens is exactly right. Another bonus of having a wide-angle lens with you is that you can exaggerate elements in a foreground and make them a more prominent part of whatever story it is that you want to tell about a landscape. So a couple of things to keep in mind with wide-angle lenses. Firstly, make sure that you really do need one, that you're not just taking in a whole lot of confusing elements that are extraneous to what it is that interests you. And secondly, to make sure that when you do use one, that you're composing such that the stuff that's close to you is of interest to the viewer. That's one compositional problem that many people face when they first get a wide-angle lens, is that the lens, because it sort of tends to see down as well as up, will give you quite an emphasis on what is right in front of you. So it helps if that is very interesting, in addition to whatever it is that might be in the background that probably caught your eye in the first place. Well, I always say that exploration is the key to creativity, because the more that you find to photograph, the more that you find yourself. And that also applies to just learning how to do landscape photography in general. Get out there, do a whole lot of it, and try to do it in the company of people who are a bit ahead of you. Workshops are great for that. That's a way where you can really kind of jumpstart your progress. But aside from that, just doing a whole lot of experimentation and really working in not only different environments, but in different conditions and different times of year. Eventually, you'll find what it is that you really enjoy doing, and you'll end up doing it very well. So the fun thing about landscape photography is that really any and all focal lengths can have their day. And I personally prefer the ends of the spectrum really, really wide and really, really long. Although I have photographs that fall in the middle, those are the two areas where I tend to have the most fun. So I'm holding the 11 to 24 f4L lens right here. This is one of my favorites. The other favorite is on the other end. That's the 100 to 400, and I love using that 400 millimeter end of that one. And this is because it enables me to be very creative and to see through the camera in a way that I don't normally see. So that's counter advice to what a lot of people will traditionally say about focal lengths for landscape photography, but those are just my preferences. I prefer those extremes. Death Valley has a rich diversity of areas to photograph that I think offer something for everyone. I personally love the Mesquite sand dunes. They're very photogenic, large field of sand dunes, and I feel as though I could come out here every day for the rest of my life and find new ways of photographing them. In addition, I really enjoy the Badlands area. Not far from Zabriskie Point, there are some of the most colorful badlands in all of the park, and I've had a whole lot of fun photographing those over the years. In addition though, there are so many areas that are always changing, and that's one of the beautiful elements of the desert, is that it's really never very constant. And you can find things like playas full of mud tiles that may be here one day and gone the next. And it's quite fun just to go out exploring and see what it is that nature may have cooked up on any given day.